Okay.
So our learning is focused on M365. You gave us different ways we can access M365. That's the admin center for different admin sites, which is cmd.ms. You also talked about identity, with types of identity, which are human identity, workload identity, device identity. For human identity, you categorize them as internal and external. Then for workload identity, it's focused on applications, access to applications. Then device, that's our own device or device provided to us by the organization. And you also highlighted the bring your own device policy that can be put into place if um, employees are using their own personal device. Then we went ahead to explain the interface of the admin center and how we can also view other admin center within M365 admin center. And we focused on users and how to create users. And we also talked about the different ways we can create users, which is within the Active Directory, Entra ID, and Exchange, then the main admin center. And then we proceeded to the creation of a tenant using the trial option.
Okay, thank you, Ini. Another person have something else to say, so we can start. Also, those that are owing us, let me go and check their names. Joanne Okoro, she's not on the call yet. Sandra Enujoba, she's not on the call yet. Oluwafemi Adebanjo is not on the call. Ayodeji Fabamiwo is not on the call. They would think I will forget. I will remind them when I come back. Okay, so let's go into today's um session. So initially, I just wanted to do um only Microsoft 365. So I'm wondering, since we don't have much time, then let me just combine PowerShell together. Let's run everything hand in hand as we are doing everything one after the other. So we'll be able to cover a large extent, a large extent. So today now we'll now go to how to create users. How to create users. So we'll start with please let me know once you can see my screen. I'm sure my screen is up now. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, you can see your screen.
Okay. So as I said, we're talking about PowerShell, introduction to PowerShell and how to create users. Remember yesterday we said we have three identities. So majorly we'll be talking about the human identity. And while we're talking about the human identity, we said we have internal and we have external. So we'll be creating both the internal and the external user today. So in the course of creating the users, we'll be you'll be introduced to PowerShell as well. So I think this one is straightforward. We all know how to get to the admin center now, right? Am I correct?
You're right. Yes.
Okay, because I knew we discussed that yesterday. So this is the most straightforward one. That is, if you want to create just one user, then you can do. Which name should I use now? Mm, Papwa. I don't want to use any again. Any name is coming to my head again and again. Papwa. I don't want to use Lovina. I don't want to use Tara. So this will be the display name. then the email address. For the fact that you have this name here does not mean that the email address should also carry the same thing. I don't know if you have gone to bank before. While creating your ATM, they will ask you which name do you want to appear on your ATM. You can decide to put any other name on your ATM card aside from your former name. Former name. So the same thing can happen here. I can decide to use INFG as my um, email address, and you can see the only domain we have here for now is the on Microsoft domain from what you have on our screen here. Then you can decide to create a password by yourself, or you allow the system to generate password, whichever one you prefer. Then require users to change password first sign in, yes, which is the recommended way. The password generated now will be sent to the user while signing up. Then the users can be asked during their first sign in to change their password to whatever they prefer, which is the right one. So for now, we'll not be assigning license to anybody. When we get to the parts, we start discussing licenses. Then we'll still come back here, assigning license based and others. But for now, we are only talking about creating users. So we'll not be assigning any role to for now. However, you can decide to add some detailed profile information like the job title, department, office, phone number, city, country or region, and the others, depending. But since we are not in formal settings, and for now, I'm not sure we need all this information, so we can let go of it. Just click on next, then finish adding user. So we have our password here, which is system generated password, and the details that needs to be sent to the user. So you can decide to do print, or you can decide to do close, whichever one. So if we do print, it has the details of the person. You can send it via PDF to them. However, there are other ways to go about it aside from this. The other way to go about it aside from this, that the user will receive a link. They will receive their username, and a link where they can do what? They can sign in, and it will ask them to input password. Well, for the course of this class, we'll not be doing all that. But in the standard settings, you can't send a blank password like this and a username to somebody straight away. So there are link that you can just send. You just give them the username. Once they click on the link you gave them, then they can go there directly to change. Um, sorry, they can go there directly to create a new password for themselves, and that goes. So that is that for creating a single user. So we also have users templates. So we want to add a template here now. A template is just a standard format that or a way I want my users to be created. Or if you have several departments, let's assume we are working in back. We have marketing, we have sales, we have customer service, we have IT, which other departments do you have again? We have the management team and others. So you can create a template that can make it easier. So let's say um, Lovina UK branch. Then you can decide to put a full description or whatever the template is standing for. Then we can click on next. Can you see auto use this domain, or if you have other domain, let me create a password, require user to change on the first sign in, then you can click on next. So it will ask, no, I don't want to assign any license. Then so we ask, if you are using this template, should I assign a role to that user? No. Then you can click on next and click on finish adding it. So we have our templates now. I think from here, no, I'm trying to check. from my other screen to give me a create user, adding templates. My people help me. Okay. So now if I'm creating user using this UK branch, so if I click on add user now, Lovina, Tara to do display. So just use Lovina T. You can see that every other thing is already there. Every other thing I needed is already there. Which error do we have? I think there is one error. Okay. Just to confirm that the username is not being used. So the username is available. You can click on add user. You can see that the stress of going to add all those settings and every other thing has been taken away because of the templates I have. So you can create different templates for different departments. All you can just do is use this template. Just come here. You will see marketing, you see sales, yeah, see every other person. Once they are onboarding any user, all what you need to do is just click on sales. Once you click on sales, then you can just create the person directly. The person will inherit the rules, um the license, whatever you said that template should do. Um am I making any sense?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just want to be sure we are still together. So this is another part. Let's assume we want to onboard multiple users. Want to onboard multiple users like the way we did at the start of the training. Then you can come here and add as many, I think up to 20 at once. So let me just do few one. So Joy that name again. Give us suggestion now. Let me see. Mike.
Becky.
Obi. Is that your daughter's name? Mike.
Idris.
Then we can do
Idris.
Becky. Igwe. Igwe or what that person mentioned.
Idris.
Idris. Oh, then let's do Idris.
Joe. John.
Idris John. Then we'll do Idris. So if I click on next now, you see all these users will be created automatically. So I can click on next. We are not assigning license. Click on next. Then we can click on add user. Okay, it's adding user. So from here now, the best thing I tell people is download user details. If you click on close here, then you have to start going one after the other to reset the user's password, one after the other, one after the other. Or you can click on print. If you click on print also, it will give you the passwords. Can you see for each of the user? Or you can decide to click on download. Download it as a CSV file. It will give you just the same way we have it. User display name, username, and the password. But if you skip this step, just mistakenly click close, my brothers and sisters, then you have to go back to the beginning again. If it would be unfortunate for you, probably you are just adding 10 users and you have thousands of users in your organization already. Now you have to start looking for them one after the other to reset the password. So let's be careful if you are using that option when using that option. So I'll be doing another option which is PowerShell, but the PowerShell I will not be giving us complete PowerShell because I want us to do some other research.
Sorry, sir. If you go further. Can you hear me?
Yes, boss.
Sorry, sir. On still user. Let's say I have like 50 users. Will I still be putting it one after the other and just upload a spreadsheet or an Excel file that contains the name and the user and just generate it like that, rather than still input it one after the other.
That's what I said. We are still getting there. I'm just showing us different method on how to actually achieve it. So there are different ways we can achieve that. So now we are going to how to add multiple users. That is the first method. There are actually three methods in which we can add multiple users. So the limitation of this first one is you can't add more than 20 at a go. This one you can add more than 20 at a go. So now imagine if you want to add more than 20 users at once and maybe they gave you just a few minutes. They want to onboard them and they give you just like 20, 30 minutes to do that and send their credential. So that method will not be efficient. You have to look for other method that will be much more efficient than that. So that will take us to the second step. One person microphone is miracle. So that will lead us to the second step. The second step is uploading CSV. So once you click on I would like to upload a CSV with users information. So you have two options. Download a blank CSV file with required headers. Download a CSV file that include example user info. So most time me I used to prefer the second option while some actually prefer the first option. So if you want to pick this option, then you can just click, which means the difference between both is if I'm downloading this guy will only give me the headers without a sample. So let's download it. Sorry, my other screen. Can you see this guy? So he gave us all the header needed to create users, but it's not giving us the sample user. So this other one, if we click on this other one, save. You can see this just gave us a sample user that you can easily follow. You can see, especially for those that are coming new, so that not to get yourself confused. So this is the best option. We are doing it for the first time. Then you can now start creating your own users from here, one after the other. The same way we have it, we're creating the single users from the GUI is still the same way we have it. The informations that are important still remain the same, while those that are not important also still remain the same. One of the places that people used to have challenged the most is the email address this side. So if you don't look at it now, we'll have just click on continue and forget our email is not contoso.com. So our email is lovinaspeaks dot on Microsoft.com. So which is our email? Is green one. So the next one will be let me see names that will Omoboye. Omo. No. So the name is Omoboye. Omoboye. Shinawa. Which department? AIO. All in one. Office number, address, is the state, province, zip. No. So let's do another. Who is that person? Joanne Okoro. I'm making noise. So we have minutes. Aminat. Anima. Animation. This Aminat. This one that we have here is Shamu. Aminat. Aminat. So we can click on save. Where is the name of our file? Import user sample to. So we can click on save. Ctrl S. Then it just save. Okay. I think it's saved now. So we can now come here, browse, look for the guy. I think this is the guy. Open. Please correct. The file you uploaded has one or more error. Please correct. Which error do we have? Which mistake have we done? Lovinaspeaks on Microsoft.com. Lovinaspeaks on Microsoft.com. Everything. Oh, look at this guy here. So let's try again. Hopefully, we won't have any error. So we don't have any error again. We can click on next. Loading. So telling us to add license. Which license do we wish to add? Which is one of the limitation of this guy. If you are using this guy, one of the limitation is you can't say no. I want to add 5 license to 5 people. Business basic. The next 10 I want to add no. Everybody on this current sheet as they all have the same license assigned. So the only thing you can do is you can divide the CSV. If 10 people needs to use business basic, you put the 10 people in first and upload, assign the business basic to them, then you are good to go. So I can click on next, then add users. So we have our users added, active users, you can see Minats, Joy. You can see that all the people we have been adding, either single, multiple, we all have them here. So the last part of adding multiple user is using PowerShell. You can use PowerShell, which I said will be introducing us to PowerShell today. So is there any question then before we go to PowerShell? Any question, please?
It's a question regards to username. So username is it not based on organization policy of creating users?
Yes, it depends
And
on
some
organization. Some organization it should be your abbreviation of your name and your surname. Some will say your name dot your surname. Some will say abbreviation of your surname, then your name. Every organization have their own standard of using their username. So this one is just for what am I say? For the fact that I'm explaining. So I'm just letting you know that all these things, some people think they work in professional settings, they will think because this name is showing Minat, the email must be Minat or a.minat. So that's why I'm letting everybody know that you can decide to use anything for the address, irrespective of the first, second name, or the display name.
okay.
Thank you. So um any other thing? Hope I'm not getting you confused. Okay. So let's go to PowerShell. So firstly, then even before we open PowerShell at all, so we will try what is PowerShell from the house. Anybody, what is PowerShell? Let's try now. Why is everywhere quiet?
We are here.
I know you are there. What is PowerShell? Tara, what is PowerShell? Or you think I'll never call you?
If I talk now, before you say why did I talk, that's how I'm keeping my cool. Oh.
I know you are cheats, but at least still talk.
Um, well, that's true, but even me now, I'm not thinking, do I really okay? To the best of my knowledge, PowerShell is more like a command interface where we used to interact with the Microsoft related services, basically. So it's
Okay.
made of command line or commands.
Okay. Thank you, Tara. And please don't forget after the meeting, what we discussed, somebody already reached out to me. I wanted to chat to you, but it was
Ah,
close to the
okay,
class already.
gracias.
Okay, so another person, PowerShell. PowerShell. Even if na Google, maybe na Google and why they do like this? If na no fit dey interview, make they ask una question, make na run Google am.
PowerShell is also used for automation. Automate
Like
to automate.
this person Google it. Tax automation. Oh yeah.
And
Sunday
it is
share
used for
like
configuration management.
yeah, tax automation and configuration management. If you go to the PowerShell Microsoft documentation, that is the definition on it. It's a tax automation and configuration management tool developed by Microsoft.
Microsoft. Yeah.
Yes. So if you go to the documentation, is written there. So they said it is both a command line shell and a scripting language. So this is what differentiates it from the normal CMD. The normal CMD is just a normal command line shell. It does not support scripting languages. So they said especially designed for system administrators and power users. Power users means all those cloud architect, developers, and not the normal users. So that's why they add power users. So we are looking at PowerShell. We have different type of PowerShell also. So we have the Windows PowerShell 5.1. We have the 5.1, and we have the PowerShell 6. I think 6.0 series. They have different series of it. Then we have the PowerShell 7 Plus, which is the latest PowerShell. So I just want to speak some simple English so we could get the understanding of it then before running anything at all. So why do we need PowerShell? I said you can see all these clicking from GUI. When you become a Power admin, there are some things that you don't even need to go to the GUI again interface to start getting those information. You can easily just run maybe just one command of PowerShell will give you all the information you needed without beating around the bush. So what can we do with PowerShell? Sorry, automate repetitive task, manage Microsoft 365, Teams, Exchange, SharePoint, control Windows settings, work with files and folder, query and manipulate data. So there are a lot of things that can be done using PowerShell. And by default, PowerShell comes with Windows systems. They are using Windows. It comes with PowerShell automatically. But so the 5.1 is only limited to Windows, but the 6 series and the 7 series, you can always use it on cross-platform and open source. You can make use of that. If you want to read more about PowerShell, if you want to get real information about PowerShell, just go to GitHub. You see a lot of people who have written and a lot of explanation on PowerShell. So which is that. So I'm going to my own screen to bring up my own PowerShell. I don't know, probably if you don't pay completely for your own window, you might not have PowerShell. Maybe you bought your own from Otigba Market. So from my screen, you see PowerShell, but whenever I want to run any tasks that include administrative task, you have to run PowerShell as administrator. You have to run it as administrator. So I'm clicking as administrator while it's loading. Tara, you can speak.
Okay, I want to ask, now that when you searched for that PowerShell, it was showing run as ISC and something like that. So what's the difference between, it looks like there are three different types of PowerShell or versions of PowerShell. So what are the
Ye-
difference
So
between those three listed?
so actually, as Tara have said, I know she actually knows it. She just want us to talk about it so we can get it. For me, this is the one I love. I don't like the So this one, this is the 64-bit, and this is the 32-bit for this same one. So we have the other PowerShell ISC, we have the 32-bit and 64-bit. So the difference between both is this one has like a note where you can save and keep your PowerShell, document your PowerShell. You can even extract it and move it to somewhere else. Once you are running it, I can say, oh, I want to connect to, um, let me open it. So I can say, great, you see, um, connect, exchange online. You see, you can see. So this is like, how should I put it now? A combination of GUI and scripting platform together. So it gives you the suggestion. Also, you can save it. If I decide to save this guy now, anytime I come here, all I needed is just to click on what I saved here. Then I just click on it. Then it goes to wherever, or it perform any action that I want it to perform straight away without stressing me. That if I that is if I have it saved. But I don't like this guy. I don't know why I don't like it though. I just know I don't like this guy. But if this is the option you decide to select, especially for people that are attentive to details, they like to keep every details and you don't want to start running the same thing again and again, you can decide to use this PowerShell. But for me, I don't like it. I like to jot my things on OneNote. I don't put it on this guy. So it's all based on how should I put it? For those that make use of Visio very well, you see that this guy interface is more like Visio. Those that are very used to Visio, it has everything. Instead of clicking enter, you click on play. Instead of looking for how to copy this, there is copy option and every other thing. That is a mix of a GUI and the module, the scripting module where you can run your command. Tara, I will not ask if you understand or not. I believe you know it. You just want others to know. So this is my own guy here. As I said earlier, if you want to perform any administrative task, you have to open this guy as admin. And how do you know that this guy is open as admin? From the top. From the top here, can you see administrator power, Windows PowerShell. So once you are running it and start getting error on any PowerShell commandlets, especially like access denied, action cannot be performed, and things that you felt it should be privilege issue, the first thing you should look at is the top of your screen to know if you actually open that PowerShell as admin. If you are not admin, if you are not added as local admin in your organization, might not be able to run PowerShell directly as admin. However, there are other ways to achieve the same thing. Let me assume I collected Ine's laptop and Ine is not the admin of organization. My laptop is bad as the admin, and I just want to quickly run something that needed to be done immediately. So there is a way I can still use PowerShell to do what? To bypass that action and do whatever I want to do. But to save yourself that stress, if you can easily open it as admin. You can open it straight away. So that will take us to the first command we'll be talking about on PowerShell, which is set execution policy. Set execution policy. Somebody wants to speak. Set execution policy. Let me look for the documentation. I think I have it somewhere. Who is that person? Can't even see the person. Set execution policy. Coming. So this is the set execution policy guy. So there is a lot of information about this guy, but I'll just try to summarize it so we can just move forward with whatever we need to do. So I'll use my own English to explain it. Hopefully everybody will get it. So it's just a PowerShell command. It's built in Windows to be precise.
Help us to share the link on the chat.
Yeah, I will share all the links. Don't worry. I just want to try as much to beat time. As I said, we don't really have much time again. You can see I'm just try to be fast and also to be able to carry everybody along. Not just being fast, but at least you should get what I'm explaining. So I will send all documentation, all command. If you see me running, I'm going to send everything to the chat. You can pick it up there. So set execution policy is a command used in PowerShell, which is a tool built in Windows that help you to automate tasks and manage your system. So just think of it like a security settings. Remember what I said earlier. To run administrative task on PowerShell, you needed what? To open your PowerShell as admin. But let's assume you don't have the right. Assuming I joined with my other screen, I would have showed you. If you want to sign in now, if you click on open as admin, it will prompt that you should enter admin credential. I believe everybody at one point must have seen it, especially when we are doing our Windows server, creating our users, adding local users. If you want to install something or make some changes, it will tell you to enter the admin credentials. So the same thing as well. And aside from that, some organizations have some very strict policies that don't even make you to run scripts, even after all the method I'll be teaching you tonight. But at times it still works. But some organization it doesn't work. Only few organizations have seen instances, and some Windows version are forgotten that KB now. If you try to run PowerShell on that guy, it's not going. You have to do a lot of shit for that guy to come up for you to be able to run it. And we are using Mac PC also, Mac laptop, for you to be able to run PowerShell script on it. There are a lot of rigorous steps that you have to go through. I would not even want to do that with anybody again. So as I said, you should just think of it like a security setting that control whether or not PowerShell is allowed to run. That is the PowerShell script to allow is allowed to run. So why is it important? If any script is allowed to run on your system through scripting, they can easily hack your organization. They can even hack you yourself. That is why while downloading script online, you have to know what you are downloading. There are a lot of malicious scripts online. So this execution policy will determine what happens to the script you are running. So you can always change the rule. So we actually have I think, let me be sure, 5 of them. We have 5 of them, which is the restricted. Most organizations put their execution policy on restricted, which means no script can run. No script can run. And if you get your system new, most time is always on restricted. That's why as admin or as user, probably as supporting a user, you want to run the first thing you should always do, if that is the first time of running PowerShell on that PC, always try to set execution policy. So when setting the execution policy, we've said most time it comes with restriction. That is the first rule. The first policy is restricted. The second policy is all signed, which means only scripts signed by a trusted publisher can run. Only scripts from a trusted publisher can run. Any other script that is not from a trusted publisher should not run. I'm just seeing somebody's chat. Olamilekon said PowerShell is a verb noun structure. Interesting. When person don't know book. So the second policy is all signed, which means only scripts signed by trusted publisher can run. So the other one, which is my own favorite one, is remote signed. Remote signed. So the remote signed is script downloaded from the internet must be signed. So why do you use this is most time you need to install modules. You need to install module, any of the Microsoft technology that you want to work on or you want to connect to. You need to install the module first before you be able to connect. Let's say Exchange. You need to install module Exchange Online Management first before you can do Connect Exchange Online. Else, if you run Connect Exchange Online, it will tell you the script is unknown. Is either unknown or not found because you have not installed the module. So the remote signer, if I want to install the Exchange module, what I'm saying is that once it's coming from the internet, it must be signed while I'm downloading that script. So in addition to that, if you open okay, let me just complete this then before I put that. So the next one is unrestricted. Unrestricted means all scripts can run, but you will get a warning for internet files. You will get a warning that this script you are running is untrusted. It will write this script is untrusted. Probably if you start running script, you will see what I'm talking about. And the last one is bypass. Bypass means no border. No border. Nigeria to Niger. Just stroll in, stroll out. Stroll in, stroll out. No border. So no restriction, no warning. No restriction, no warning. So those are the 5 policy we have when we are setting execution. So I just have to explain this before we start running PowerShell. I know a lot of people will still run into a lot of error that the set execution policy can just do what can just resolve for you. So in set execution policy, I would have loved to bring up so one other document that just speaks a little about it. Okay, I think we have it here. Can you see what you have here? Set execution policy undefined. I want the one that have remote signed. So I want the one that said remote signed and current user. So the set execution policy have its own parameter also. If you Lovina, just a moment. So in addition to the remote sign here, we can put our remote sign. Don't forget, as I mentioned earlier, remote sign is script downloaded from the internet must be what signed. So that is for the remote sign. So we say execution policy remote sign, then the scope current user. The reason why we are using current user is your system might have a restriction, but we are telling them that, okay, don't worry, we are not trespassing with whatever admin have set on the system. We only want to do with what this user can do, this current user that is signing. Every other one based on admin, hold your thing, no worry, we no go trespass reach there. Loving, I can ask your question.
The fourth one, the fourth command, I didn't get it.
The fourth one.
Mm.
The first one is restricted. The second
All.
one is all signed. The third one is remote signed. The fourth is unrestricted. Unrestricted. And the last one is bypass. So unrestricted and bypass. Unrestricted means all scripts can run, but if they are untrusted scripts, give me a warning, let me know. But bypass, no warning, nothing, nothing, just run, whichever way, just run. So as admin, we need to understand these things very well, so you don't run scripts that will put you into trouble. So some instances that we might need to set execution policy when you are trying to run script and PowerShell block it. As I said earlier, when you are setting up automation or development tool that requires script access, or you are managing multiple computers that need to allow script for admin task. So those are the instances that we do what we need remote signed option. So, and the next thing after remote sign is install modules. Install modules. I think I explained that earlier. I don't like speaking plenty English, but I just think we need to explain this thing one after the other before running any script so that we don't get confused. Install module. As I said, if you want to connect to Teams, you must install Teams module. If you want to connect to Exchange, you must install Exchange module before connecting. If you want to connect to SPO SharePoint, you must install SPO module before connecting. If you want to connect to Entra, you must install Entra module before connecting. So what is install module? Is a PowerShell command used to download and install package from the PowerShell gallery, which is like an app store for PowerShell tools. So it is used to download and install the packages. So that is why you only run it once. The only time you need to run again is an update. Probably there's an updated version of that module. That is the only time you need to run either install or update module. Once you run it once on a PC, you don't need to run it again. You install module once. So every other time, if you want to make use of it, next thing just to do is connect. It's just for you to connect, then we are good to go. You are good to go. So then I can now display my screen now and bring up PowerShell. Then we can run. So once we create user, so want to use PowerShell to create a single user, and want to use PowerShell using CSV file to create multiple users also. You will see that all the English I've been speaking is what exactly we are going to do. So here with me. So the first thing, as I said, open PowerShell as admin. I have my PowerShell open already. So I'll be setting my execution policy, remote sign. I'm the owner of my laptop, so I'm the alpha and omega of my laptop. I don't need any admin access to run anything. So you can read what we have on our screen. Set execution policy help protect you from scripts that you do not trust. Changing the execution policy might expose you to a security risk described in the about execution policy. Help topic, blah, blah, blah. That is the documentation I opened earlier. Do you want to change the execution policy? Yes to all. So if you click on yes, if there is another thing that you need to answer again, it will come up again. You have to click on yes. It will keep, maybe there are 3 or 4 steps that you need to, it will keep telling you to, asking you to click on the options. But if you click on yes to all, which means irrespective of any option that is coming, just say yes, yes, yes to everything, and let's get out of here. So the reason why you just see it went direct is not, it does not even take any seconds. It means I've run it on this PC. I don't run entire for this computer. Install module. Install module 2 might just take few seconds. Normally, because I've run it on this system, it should not take too long. But if you are running it for the first time, I think it might take like 2 to 5 minutes to install completely for those that will be running their own. If you are with your PC, you can also run these things in case you run into um any roadblock, so we can deal with it before proceeding. So I said earlier, you can see that I've set my execution, I've installed my module. So what I'm using now is Microsoft Graph. Before now, we have what we call MSOL user. Is the MSOL user we do use for anything, any change you want to do in Microsoft Admin Center, but it has been depreciated by Microsoft. So now we use Graph for anything, any changes you want to make from the Admin Center. So what I'm trying to do now is I've installed my Microsoft Graph. Now I want to connect to my Microsoft Graph, which is our admin center, so I can create the users I wanted to create. So anytime you click on this guy, it will always prompt for your admin credential to sign in. So this is my guy here. Tara, you see, even when you are not around, I still love you like that. I still use your name to open an account. Uh, okay, so we are done signing. Before I proceed, I would like you also to try from your end. And if you run into any error, please let me know. I will not want to just bombard your head with a lot of scripts. I'll be waiting. Let's do that for 2 minutes. These are 7:58, 2 minutes. Amira, we can ask your question.
Yeah, good evening. I'm seeing here that you're connected to Microsoft Graph. Is it to create use? I thought we were supposed to connect to Microsoft Exchange in order to create user. So I'm
Oh,
yes, so that's why. Just let me
okay,
ask.
you just want to get clarity. If you remember yesterday when we started, I said,
Yes.
how many ways can we create users? I mentioned four,
Yeah,
if
we
you
mentioned
remember.
PowerShell. I thought we had to
Yes.
connect to Exchange in order to create user.
No, you can see this is where we are creating our user from at the moment is the admin center. So we want to connect to this admin center and create our user.
Yes.
We have Entra too. We can create from Entra.
Okay.
We can connect to Entra and do what and create our users. We can even use PowerShell also. We can connect to Exchange and create our user. But for now, what we are connecting to is the admin center. You get me?
We should use the Microsoft Graphic this thing. Abi?
Yes, Microsoft Graph. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So, sir, the Microsoft graph, the Connect graph that you copied and paste, where did you get it from?
My brother, I have my archive. So I have screens. I have multiple screens. So I'm just copying it from another screen and putting it here. So let me put it to the I did not number it. People might get confused. I'm coming. Let me number it. Click on save again. Two. Theory. Let me remove this current user scope for now. Then four. Okay. I think I've numbered it too. It's much easier now. And you can also Google it. You can just go online and click. In case you just forget, you are trying to connect graph and you can't remember, you can just always Google it. At least you remember what you want to do. Connect graph. To use. Connect MG graph. Which one should we use? Which one should we use? Lazymanadmin.com. Let me click this lazy man. I'm seeing this one for the first time. Lazy man. How to use get graph, install module graph. You see the install module. Then there should be connect. Not showing us connect to delegate. Okay, see, connect graph scope. So let's look for Microsoft documentation. See, connect graph. Graph self to plenty. So in case you just forget or you want to install the module you forget, you can always just quickly Google it, press it online. You already know what you are looking for. You get it. See me on your hand is still up. So have anybody tried to set execution, install module, and try to connect? Anybody? Have anybody done that?
I'm still working on it.
I'm still on it.
I've done it.
I'm on it.
Okay. So let me give you guys additional minutes then. I just want to be sure we are together.
Boss, boss, can you hear me?
What's his boss? Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so after I did the install module Microsoft.graph, so I have something here displays a prompt untrusted repository. You are installing the module
Y-
from untrusted. Can you hear me?
Yes, but you did remote sign, right?
Yeah, I did, sir.
Yeah, so that's what I mentioned earlier. That if you use the remote sign, it will help you to stamp the script that is downloaded directly from online. But it can let you know
Okay.
that that guy is untrusted, but he has done what? He has signed it. Go in peace.
Okay, so I should go on. Yes.
Yes, yes.
All right, boss.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can see your voice.
I'm having NuGet provider is required.
Then you need to update it. What is that guy now? There is this guy that you need to run. Wow.
I press yes. Then later I bring out untrusted repository.
Then you continue now. It's the same thing.
I should still press yes again, Abi.
Yes, my brother. It's because you did not do yes to all. That's why you are getting multiple yes, yes, yes. Are we good now? Are we good?
I didn't understand the PowerShell.
Do you want to change the execution policy? Is it yes or no?
Yes. Loving, I said you don't understand the PowerShell.
Yes.
Which place? Which place You don't understand. I know there are other people like Lovina. It's only Lovina that have the courage to speak up. I know there are other people. So which part exactly you do not understand?
It's how to run the command.
How to run the command? You have your system on, right? Lovina.
Yeah, I have my system on.
Okay. So let me give you um right trying so I can share your screen.
I can't share my screen.
Why? You can't share your screen or you don't want to share your screen. Which of it?
Share my system.
Okay, you should be able to share your screen now. Let me stop sharing so everybody can see your screen.
I can't share my screen.
Have you tried sharing?
Yes.
Try again. You should be able to share. You are a presenter now.
My system has problem. That's why I can't share.
Your system has issues. The new PC.
No. Not the
Okay,
one.
the previous one I are still managing. Okay, let me share my screen again. So, can you see my screen? Lovina, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so have you opened your PowerShell as admin? Just click.
I can't find it.
So this is where you click on the start button, irrespective either Windows 10 or 11. Just click the start button or look for your search option, that search box at the left. Me, I remove my own. I don't want that. Then you can type PowerShell. So it will bring all the options. You see. Tap one. I'm still coming back. I saw you raised your hand earlier. Have you seen it? Lovina, you're not saying anything. Hello. You are speaking. I can't hear you, Lovina. Okay, tap one. You can go ahead and ask your question. Or if you are able to resolve it, you can still go ahead. Tap one. So I have seen the steps. My network logged me out. Okay. So Simeon, your hand is still up.
All right, sir. I'm having this installation policy value by running the set ps repository commandlet.
That is when you run the install module, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, it will show at the top. It will be running at the top. I said it earlier now. The reason why my own just run at once is because I've installed it before. So you can only install it once. Only if you want to uninstall it again and reinstall.
Okay. So it's
So
still
it will
installing.
run
That's
some
why.
stuff. Yeah, so it will run some stuff at the top. So that depends on your internet and your normal system configuration.
Okay. Because it's not bringing out anything. That was how I was okay.
It will take some time. I told you now to take up to 3 to 5. There are some system service take up to 10 minutes.
All right, sir. Thank you.
So any other person? Lovina, I can't tell you. Lovina, if you are speaking, I can't hear you. Okay. So Lovina is no longer with us. So I believe every other person. Okay, Lovina, I can speak now. Uh,
I've
have you
seen it.
seen the PowerShell? You've seen it, right? Okay, so were you able to run the commands? Lovina, your stuff is network. I don't know.
Okay, I'm there now. So what do you say I should do?
Okay, so I've sent the commandlet to the group. So the first thing is to set your execution policy. I believe you open your PowerShell as admin, right? At the top here, you see admin.
Yes.
Okay. So you run the set execution policy. I've sent everything to the chat.
Yeah.
Once Lovina is done, let us know. Then we move. I just want all of us to be on the same page, especially on this PowerShell. I have some people that even have phobia for PowerShell. Lovina, how is it going? Yes, Tapwa, as I said earlier, it all depends on your network. It might take time.
Just continue. My network is not.
We will not just continue. Where do you stop? Lovina, where do you stop? We will not just continue.
I'll continue. I'll continue later from this thing.
Now
From
you
what
get
the
Shebi na me get my continue. I say I no continue. Where you stop? Where you stop? Because you might get confused. Outside these three four PowerShell now, the other ones will be running their scripts and you might get lost if you don't get
no
these
no no.
ones. So that's why I'm trying as much as I can so you get this one then before we proceed.
Don't worry, I'll follow the step. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay.
Thank you.
So another person, another person. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, let me use the one from Microsoft documentation. Do I have it? Set new graph user, right? Yes, new graph user. So let's check it online. But I used to have all these things in my head, but when Microsoft changed everything, new MG user. Okay. Oh, now we want Microsoft documentation. So people get lost. Okay, so this is the new MG user commandlet to create new users, and these are the strings that comes along with that script. So you might want to go through it at your own leisure. So this is the command we need for new user. If you look at this place, password, profile, then they put the password, which this is the password of the user. Then new MG user, display name, ren, blah blah blah, password, profile password, accounts, enabled, main nickname, user principal name, this guy at contoso.com. I believe you copy this user. This is all we need to copy. If you copy everything you want to copy, the output should be like this, like what we have here. So I don't want to copy the output. I only want to copy the PowerShell. Um, so let me paste it here. So I'm changing the email, the domain to our own domain, which is Lovina Speaks. Dot on Microsoft. .com. So yep, I think this should go. So our user have been created. Our username is Renny Maggie. So let's go to the admin center to confirm that. Refresh. Where is refresh? There's refresh. There should be refresh option here. Okay. Error. What happened? The system signed out. Okay. So what happened? The system signed out. Okay. This is us. Yeah.
Boss,
Yes, boss.
sorry, please, what about when you say, are you sure you want to install the module from PS Gallery? What does that mean?
I've explained this earlier. So
Sorry
when you say
for
install, when you
your
say
back.
install module, when you say install module, is installing that module from online, from the PowerShell gallery to your own system. I said it earlier that when you run install module is a PowerShell command used to download and install package from PowerShell gallery. So once you install the module once, you don't need to install it any other time again. It will go directly. For the first time you want to connect to that guy, you need to install the module for the first time. Any other time you want to
Because after
come
I
down.
click yes,
Okay.
after I click yes, he has not given me any feedback. He has not given me any feedback. That's
Feedback.
why
It
I'm
just
asking.
but the what is it called? The guy on your screen is blinking. It's blinking, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Yes.
blinking.
So that is just your internet or your system configuration. Just give it some time, it will go. And graph can be funny at times. It might take even much longer than expected.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Sorry, sir.
The guy.
Can you hear
Okay,
me?
so look at the guy we created. Yes, it's a Reni Magi. So I will copy and send it to the. Let me send the entire document. You can go ahead and speak, please.
In an error message while connecting my mgraph, the user read write up. It's saying an error occurred when writing to a listener.
An error occur when do what? When doing what?
When writing to a listener, line 1, chat 1.
Hey, we have to check online. No, when I'm sure you ran every other thing. The module installed successfully,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and the account you used to sign in when you say connect, the account you prompt is an admin account.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's an admin account.
You sure?
I want you admin administrator now.
No, it will prompt when you click on connect. It will prompt you to sign in.
Is it brought to what?
It will prompt you to sign. This was the guy you ran, right?
Yes, sir.
Then it will prompt you to sign in your admin account. It will prompt a box that will tell you to sign. Let me do it again so you get what I'm saying. Guy is already signed in, so he's not even going. And I don't want to sign out. So it will prompt a box. In that box, if you have listed of users that you have signed in before, it will give you the option. Then you can click on the one that has the admin access. Who is even speaking? Who is
Simeon,
speaking?
Simeon,
Simeon, I'm
Simeon,
coming.
Simeon.
So Simeon, share your screen. We will know whether we go stone you from here.
Okay.
Let me give you access so you can share your screen. People, please, ready? Okay, no. We want to beat somebody. Okay, Simeon, you can share your screen now.
This is my favorite job.
Okay.
I'm going to job king.
We go gather and beat Simeon. Let me stop sharing my own screen. Okay, so Simeon, we can see your screen.
Okay, you can see my screen, right? Okay.
Yeah.
This is
What we are still saying is Sims. You are here to share your PowerShell.
okay. Why is it that? I'm sharing the entire screen.
Okay, we've seen. Yeah, you can see your PowerShell now.
Okay.
Okay, can you go back to your PowerShell? Press the up
Yeah, I'm
arrow
back there.
key. Press the up arrow key. Enter.
This one, set execution policy.
No. The connect MG graph.
Okay. Enter. Can you see it?
Yes. So this box, that's what I'm talking about. Can you see something is blocking that guy? You can see that box is not. You are expected to sign in inside that box. You get that box that pop up. You are expected to select the user with admin rights for you to be able to access it, which is the reason for this authentication. You can see because it's not even selecting the right, maybe the right account. It's just setting the account you have on the system, probably your personal account. So what can we do? What can we do? Can we close PowerShell and reopen?
Are we on?
Yes. Can you scroll up? Can you scroll up?
Can you see it?
Your system is lagging. I'm not sure even your install was successful.
Yeah, it was. It was. Can you see my PowerShell now? I've scrolled up.
Yes, I can. Your install was successful. Okay, can you close PowerShell then let's reopen?
Okay. So I should start over again.
We are not starting all over again. As I said earlier, you just need to install Module once. So now we
Module,
are
okay.
just connecting. Yes. Something is blocking that box from prompting up. I'm sure you did not disable JavaScript, blah blah blah. What is it called? You can click on it, open as admin, run as administrator.
Connect, Abby. Only the connect that I'm doing.
Yes. Try the up arrow key first now. Probably might still be in your memory, in your RAM.
Okay.
So
Hey,
this was the guy that was not popping up before.
I was not popping up.
Yes.
What's my
You don't even know you had me. I beg, stop sharing.
yeah,
Stop
go
sharing.
check.
So we can go back to our screen.
Okay. Let me stop sharing. So what
Yeah.
happened before? What happened
That
before?
box is not popping up now. Something is blocking that box from popping up.
18 points now.
Maybe I'm one of those that hardly shuts down their laptop daily.
That's what?
I say probably I'm one of those people that hardly shuts down their laptop daily.
Okay, maybe. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, boss. So others, I believe nobody's having same issue. Can I proceed now? So if you look at what we did here, it was just like the same thing we did earlier for this Renimagi, while we are creating just one user. I think this was the user we created then, the first user we created. So just one user we created with the PowerShell. So now we want to create multiple users using CSV file. We want to create multiple user using CSV file. I have my CSV file already. I reproduce it this evening. I think this is my CSV file. Yes, this is my CSV file. So I'll bring the script to the screen so you can see what I have to explain. So what you have as your CSV heading will determine what you have in your script. What you have on your CSV heading will determine what you have in your script. Anything you don't have in your CSV that is missing from your CSV or that is not on your script, then there will be issue. So two of them have to be the same. So let me assume, not sure this user has to create. Everywhere, tara, 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 tara. I don't understand self. Okay. So let me bring my script. I think I wrote my script somewhere where I keep that PowerShell. Hey God. Okay, can you see my screen? Is the PowerShell visible enough?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So if you look at all this grammar now. So the first thing you always consider when you want to use CSV file to work is, where am I importing my CSV file from? Look at this part. This is where we have this guy. So how do I get this guy to copy it? You can always come to your download. Can you see from your download option? Depending on the version of window you are using. If it's Windows 10, at the top here, you see copy paths. Or from edit, I think in Windows 10, you see copy path. But from this guy, because my screen is not large, you can see it. You see copy paths. So once you copy this clipboard, this part, then you can bring it to this guy here. See, if I show you, you can see that it's the same thing. You can see. So I'm telling the PowerShell, go to this part, you will see a CSV file that I want you to run the command on. So the first thing it will do is it will first go and look for the CSV file, bring it inside, then you can now start executing whatever you have here. If there is just one mistake, even if it's double colon, like this place, if you had maybe mistakenly you put another extra colon here, my brother, every other thing here no go run o. Because this command from here downward is depending on what you have on this CSV file. So if you can't find this CSV file because of this error, then the PowerShell is not going to run. So one of the reasons why I always prefer to go down straight to where we have the CSV file and copy the parts. Though based on where we have it, I can always type out this guy from my head, but I don't want to assume that I know it, so I'll just go there and do what, and copy it. So another way to copy the part again, you can always do, I think some version of system you can do from here, from this top. I think in Windows 10, I'm not sure I know how to do it in Windows 11 here. You to copy the parts starting from your drive C, your username and others, is to copy that part for you. So you can easily copy, then come to paste it here. So which is the first part? You see all this guy here. If you remember this guy, when we are running our initial PowerShell, can you see that guy? Password profile. You can see it's the same thing. We have password profile, user. But because we have much user, and that's why we are now adding this. First change password, next login. But that guy, we did not say first change password, next login. So it's just the same thing as what we have when we are creating one user. But now, if you look at this place now, user parameter, display name, user principal name, main nickname. This main nickname, how should I put it now? I don't even know how to explain it. But when we get to syncing on-prem users to cloud, then I think that's then I'll be able to explain it better. But for now, let's just leave it. So you can see password profile, location, then given name, the first name, surname, the last name. You can see the same thing that we have here. But these two guys, automatically, they are always part of the get um, new graph user. If you are setting a new graph user, they are always part of it automatically. You can see them here. You can see them. So they are always part of it automatically. So we have it here also. But be mindful of this guy. Display name, user.display, user principal name, main nickname, we have it as default. Then location. So all these things that we are saying here, you are telling this guy to pick it from here. Pick information for display name from here. Information for user principal name, pick it from here. Information for first name, pick it from here. Last name, the password, pick it from here. The user's location, pick it from your CSV file. If you do mistake on just one of the parameter that we have here, my brother, you go nowhere. Or if you add additional parameter that is not here, yeah, um, at times the PowerShell might run and you get some error. But if you have a parameter here, and you make compulsory here. If you run, let's assume I add another parameter, something here, and it's not listed here, it won't run. It won't go. You will get an error message. And before you run your PowerShell also, always make sure you have closed your CSV file, you are done with your editing, you save and close it. If you don't close it, it will tell you the file is being used somewhere else. And this thing, you don't really need to cram it. I'm just letting you know the concept when you are importing CSV file. You can always get this script online. You can always Google it. You can use ChatGPT, you can use Gemini, you can use Copilot, anything to get this guy and run it. So, but while running it, there are some parameters you should do what look out for if they are correct or not. So now we want to create multiple users using the CSV file. Our guy is done. Do you see the difference between uploading that CSV file now and using PowerShell? There's our guy. Can you see? John Doe. Which guy do you have there? Tara Smith. Which other person again? Alice John. You can see just one script. Bah. Everything have been created. Also, just one script. Bah. Everything your tenants can be deleted. So you need to be careful when running PowerShell. So that is how to use PowerShell to create multiple users using CSV file. So this is where our assignments will come in. Let me copy this and send to you. Where's the chat box? This one, everybody have gone quiet now because of small PowerShell. It's not going the way I want to. Let me delete. Let me copy it directly from my notes. So that's the PowerShell. So let me just do. Let me give us the CSV file. The CSV file is just a template. You might decide to change anything there if you don't want. Where is this guy? M365 MG user, right? How am I saying it? Okay, graph user. So remember to change. Where's the CSV file? Remember to change your address. Can you see this side? It's my own domain that is here. This user principal name, you can see lovinaspeaks.onmicrosoft.com. Remember to change it to your own domain also before running it. So the assignment is, we created these multiple users now, which I was thinking somebody will ask a question regarding it. We created this multiple user. What is their password? What is this user's password?
Yes, boss.
What
I
is
was
this
about
user's password?
I was
The
about to
answer
ask
is
that
in,
question.
I've shown you guys already. The answer is in what we did just now.
So you said from the commands that the password be created based on the
So this
commands.
from the CSV file now.
Exactly. From the CSV file, we see that we put a space for password. We've defined the password we wanted for those guys. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Which I think some of us are going with me. So the Assignments. Let me now put this one now. We've done everything. There's just one command line that you needed to assign license to all users. In that command you have only one command line. Only one command line is needed to just add to this script I gave you. Then you'll be able to ask PowerShell will assign license to everybody. So that one command line, you go and find it and add to it. So we'll still get to it, but before that time, look for it and add to it. So if you don't want to go to GUI to confirm, you can always use PowerShell to confirm if your users have been added. So get MG user, you can see we have all our users. So before we proceed, before your confusion compile to additional confusion, you can ask your questions. Lovin, I hope you are not lost finally.
Boss, well done, boss.
No,
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, you can speak.
Okay, I just want to get a clarity on what you said about the assignments. So you said after using the Excel doc to like importing it to PowerShell to create multiple user, then he said if you want to assign license to all of them, we
That command I gave you, there's a line. It's a line that you need to add. That is just a script, just one line that you need to add. While importing that CSV, creating the user, it will assign license to them automatically.
Okay. So they should the command line should be infused together with
with what I gave you just now. Yes. So you can first run it the way I gave you now, just for test. So after running it, if you want to rerun it, then you go and change the users. You can change the name. Are you getting it? You can just change the name or just change some character. You see what I did the last time? I just remove E from Alice, A from Tara. You can just do few editing, then add the script that you need to add, then rerun it again and see if it assign the license to the users.
Okay, I get it, boss. Thank you.
Welcome. Simeon.
Thank you, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, boss, I can.
Number one, I've encountered another hero. I think we will resolve that and I'll be able to share my screen when everybody have done their question. Number
What
two
is the error?
I want to add my user. So it's bringing out this error message of the new MG user display name, Rain Maggie, password, unexpected token or statements. That's the error.
Or statement. The username. Are you sure you edited that username to your own domain?
That username. Yes. At that console. Yeah, I edited it.
Console.
Yeah, I edited it to my own domain, but it's still bringing out the error.
And you close the what is it called? Is it the bracket or the asterisk at the top? The quote at the top. Do you close it back?
Yes, because I just edited it. I closed it back the way it is.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at my screen. See this guy. You can see open, close. If you miss any,
yes, I did.
Going nowhere. And all these guys also the same way we
They
have it here,
yeah.
and it's not running.
They are still there. I don't know why it's not running.
We go still beat you last this night. Okay, so any other person, if you encounter any challenge, then before we can proceed again.
Maggie, this all these scripts that you're writing, everything is from this new Maggie link that you gave to us, right? Because when you wanted to check the user on that,
no,
on that
the new Maggie, I just use for one user. I just copy it direct from
no,
that.
The last script you write, which is
this one. Get MG user.
Yeah, all these command line.
Hey, this
Are they
guy,
from this
I've
link?
dropped it now. No, I've dropped it.
They are still from that link, right?
No. They are not from that link. They are my own stuff. So I just edited, remove some guys out of it, like license and some other things from here that I want you guys to do yourself.
Okay.
I've dropped it in the group, including the CSV that I used.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say is that the last thing you did, you just write get mark user so that it's going to show all the user that you've added.
Yes, it's not Mag user, MG, Microsoft Graph.
Sorry, MG user. Yes, and
Yes, so it's listed all the user here. See, it's just get
I
MG
just write
user.
it. No. Yeah,
Yes.
that known to us. Are they all from this link of new MG user link that you showed us? All this command
No,
line. Can we get
no.
it
You
from there?
remember that we've been adding. No, that one is only new MG user. Anything regarding any new MG user, that is what you will see from that document I sent to you. If you want to do get MG user, you have to go and look for his own PowerShell PowerShell document. See, let me see. Get MG user. So they are different. It's still the same Microsoft graph, but they are different. You can see these are all his own string for get MG users. So that other one, everything you will be seeing there is new MG user, new MG user. Look at this place. If you look at this place, you see that they have a lot of things there. From get, if you scroll down, we still see new MG user. All these ones are get. You see remove MG user. This is new MG user. See, new MG user, new MG to do extension, user extension, blah blah blah, user sign in. So it depends on what you are looking for.
Yeah. So command line as
Each of those command line you are seeing, they have their own strings. So there may be other information that you needed aside from all those things. So you can see what information do you need. You can always get there from the string. Any of this string that is not here, if you run it with get mg user, you will get error that the syntax is not valid or the command cannot be found. Are we still together?
thank you, sir.
Hope I did not get you guys confused. The class is code. Only few people are answering. Before you now say I continue from where James started, where James stopped. So any other question? Should I leave you with this? Then next week we continue something else, or should I continue? We can talk
And
now
continue
before.
with another thing, not PowerShell.
I should continue with another thing that is not PowerShell.
But we're almost done now. It's 8:50.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, 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 since I don't have access to Microsoft 365 admin.
You don't have access to Microsoft 365 admin.
Yes, sir.
Do you try to create your own tenants? Because that is
As in,
Joseph Adroju
I
for you.
thought,
That is Joseph Adroju for you. You always come after when everybody have gone ahead. You come
I'm
and ask us
sorry.
questions. Go back to yesterday's
I
video.
thought you created,
I
I
told
thought you
everybody.
created,
No, I
I
told
thought you
everybody to
created.
create their own tenants. Go back to yesterday's video. I told everybody to create
Okay,
their own
I'll check.
tenants.
I'll check
Those
it.
that don't have
Check
tenants,
it.
they joined earlier, and I asked people that have tenants who pleaded with them to create them as admin on those tenants so they'll be able to reproduce. That is people that are having challenge with their card. Microsoft now
I
accepts
thought
their
you gave,
card or one error or the other. I did not
because
give
me,
anybody.
I don't have card, so I thought you gave us access to.
No, I did not give anybody access to any tenants. This one is every man for himself, God for us all.
Let's give us access.
No,
I've
ask
been
your
studying,
colleague.
I've been
Ask
studying
your
with
colleague. Uh,
wisdom with academic. I thought I
no,
thought I was seeing it. Then I didn't see that, why I said let me quickly. Yes.
ask your colleague that have test tenants. Ask them, those that have test
Okay.
tenants, they should create
Okay.
you there as admin so you can do
Okay.
you can reproduce anything you want to
Okay.
do. So any other concerns? Lavina have said we should stop running PowerShell. Everything just look like Arabic, Arabic Chinese.
Boss,
What
I
is
will
boss?
advise, please don't let us stop the PowerShell, but let us assimilate this one first. Then we can continue from here. Next week.
No, I'm still not going to teach you a lot of PowerShell. We still have a lot of PowerShell to run, but we just need to understand the rudiments. These ones are just few things. There's some PowerShell. You will pipe, you will add, you will do cut and join, cut and join, cut and join because you understand how it works. So it is easier for you to do cut and join. But if you don't know how it works, you won't be able to do those cut and join. So that's what I'm just trying to explain, starting from. You can see some people can even ask, why do I need to go and start from set execution policy? You can say I brought it from the security restriction one after the other to the lowest to where we are able to connect then before we start running anything. So Mr. Idris, let's just do one more thing, then we stop for today. So if you remember, we said we have internal users, we have external users when we are creating identity. So this is where we create our external user, but there is two kind of external users. We have contacts, we have guest users. We have contacts, we have guest users. So contacts are like what we have on our, what is it called now? On our phone. You know, you can save somebody's name, Idris. Thank God you even speak Seriki. That man is big man. Oh. So email is Idris dot Seriki at cbn dot gov dot ng. Idris, you will not say amen now.
Amen, boss. Amen.
So Idris.Serik, if you see what I'm adding here is external email address. These users are not your users. And the reason why you're adding their contacts is whenever you go to your Outlook to search for them, I don't need to start looking for what is Idris email, what is Idris email. No, I have Idris as my contact already. Like the same way, I don't have to start looking for in his number. What is in his number? I can just go to my phone contact, just type in Yolua, then to bring out in his name, then I can do what? Make my call from there, then go on. So for the external user also we have to, which is contact. Contact means the user is not, you are not giving the user access to anything in your tenant. You just want to communicate. You are not giving them access to files, you are not giving them access to anything. You just want them to be able to, for you to be able to save their contacts, send emails to them, nothing else. And if you see this option here, hide from my organization global address list. If you hide this guy from organization global address list, the reason why you add the guy, majorly the reason I've been defeated if you decide to hide it from the global address list, which means if I go to Outlook and I want to send email, if I search for this email address, I will not see it there. So you can add basic information. Idris, he works with Central Bank of Nigeria. I can put Idris phone number, title, CTA, chief technology architect. I can put address, then mail tips. Anytime I look for this guy's email address on Outlook, it will bring out these mail tips. That's okay. Maybe this guy is external. This guy is the president of CBN. That this guy is president of CBN. So if I go to Outlook anytime I click on this guy's contact to send email to tell me that it will bring the tip out. This guy is president of CBN, which means you should be mindful of the kind of email you send, maybe the tone or the kind of information that will be going to this user, which is one of the external users that we created. So the guest user, we continue from there next week. Don't worry, we are not going to run PowerShell. I will make it GUI as much as I can. Not found, received from. What exactly is not found? Microsoft have started. I'm not seeing anything that is missing here. Create contact field. Please enter a unique display name. Can you see? There's chances that what we did earlier have been created. Can you see? And it wrote field. So you can see, so I have this guy. If I go to my Outlook now and look for Idris Seriki, is going to bring it out. Let me see if I can open Outlook quickly. Though the email address we used is just a prophecy, that is still coming, that will still come to fulfillment, is yet to come to fulfillment. Hopefully, Idris Seriki should have populated. Never bring Idris name. Oh. Our changes have not synced. So once I want to send email here, it's expected to bring Idris Seriki directly from here. I'm coming. Let me check from what are you trying to see. My friend, get out. Let me go to my global address list from here. My contacts is yet to load. You can see it's not even here yet. Let me go to directories. All contacts is in my directory here already. You can see I can send email to this guy from here and it will get delivered. So I think there's just propagation issue. That's why it's not coming out as autocomplete in Outlook yet. So which is the main purpose of having what is it called? Contacts saved. Remember when we were talking about contacts yesterday, we said it can be partner, customers, consultants, or whichever the person can be, depending on the kind of business you are running. So next week we'll now continue from guest users. Am I able to add to your confusion? Or I'm able to explain better? Let me know if there's any question then before we call it a day. Any question?
Boss, in this PowerShell, in this PowerShell command that you sent to us on chat,
I've sent everything via chat.
and this number 4, are we putting it together? Connect MG graphs, scope, users, read, write,
Yes, everything is
or
together. Yeah, everything is together.
Because it's giving me error, it's throwing me error. That is why I ask.
I'm coming. Let me try. I'm coming. Let me try and connect my. Let me try. Which means maybe there is space or you omitted something. I'm coming. Let me try to connect my what is it called? Let's connect my WhatsApp so I can just send everything to WhatsApp directly.
Okay. It's because there was space between the comma.
That's what I'm saying. So there is space. You know, we are copying it direct from Teams. Teams might just add some space, unnecessary space that is not even pleaded. So let me start from what was the first thing. Blah, 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 blah. I think somebody asked this type of execution policy. Let me put it here too. I think Lovina was jotting it down. I'm coming, trying to put install module. What else do we talk about? What is the execution policy? Blah, 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 blah. So this is our first guy. Our second guy, that documentation, new graph user. I think this is it, right? New ng user that we used to create that guy. Yeah, this is it. Which one again? The one we used to create multiple users. So which one again? After that, gets users. Then which one again? The CSV file. Okay, so I've sent everything to WhatsApp. You can pick it up from there. Simeon, any other question? I want to call it a day. Let me stop the recording. Simeon, your hand is still up.
Yes, sir. Sir, while you are doing add contacts and you went to Outlook, I saw a call icon. Can I call through that side and it's going to a normal, like normal call?
A call icon.
Yeah.
Do you set up your